previously as a head coach in Puerto Rico. And Kaz Brown blocks Walker. Orlando building a wall early in the first set.
Kaz Brown is an extremely disciplined blocker. She is patient.
Atlanta has the PVF record with a 10-match winning streak. Well, that passed what Orlando did earlier in the year with a 9-match winning streak, but in a tailspin, 2-6 in their last 8. Looking to turn the page in this one. Horn pun Goodpard back sets Kaz Brown. Out of system, Raypoch. Scooped up by Abercrombie, also very good defensively, especially in the backcourt. And Courtney Schwann, their ball control OH2 with the finishing blow.
Courtney Schwann's ball control is one of the best in the league, but here she is on offense because of how elite and efficient these offenses are. You have to try and eliminate at least one aspect of it.
Janice Leao recently into the starting lineup, making her 3rd straight start. The second-year pro out of the University of Miami.
Understands the assignment. They understand the game plan. They are going to serve short and really put pressure on the serve-receive line of the Valkyries. Something
that at the start of this 3-match win streak against Indy, Columbus did a really good job of serving short, serving the stack in certain rotations. But Orlando with the side out, Kaz Brown will go back to serve. Aces. Paula Sarame recently back into the starting lineup at libero, makes a nice pass, and Leao converts.
Watch the pass, watch the ball control. Beautifully done, nice set, quick efficiency. So I say if you're in system, run through her as much as possible.
Big swing from Leao, making her presence felt in the first set. Leao at 6'3" out of New Bedford, Massachusetts, originally.
Nutsara Tomcom is a wonderful
They are 4th in the league, just about 2.5 blocks per set. Good par, nice setup to Foster. Orlando in system. Foster with the disposal.
Shannon Scully just makes serve receive look easy. That was a dime of a pass right on Champu's head, who's able to run through the middle.
PVF setter of the year, Nutsara Tomcom. Serve short, causes trouble, and Cox scores.
Last time Tomcom was at the service line, she popped that exact serve and had the exact same kind of success. It just drops right in front of you. So if your first move isn't quick to the ball, there's a chance it's going to...
Who, as mentioned earlier, has been dialing up those aces lately. Now she serves short. Goodpard takes a look at the defense. Sarame with the dig against Abercrombie, the #1 point scorer in the league. Courtney Schwann picks that one up. Here is Vanderwada. That is rejected. Leao.
That was a straight down block. There was absolutely no covering that. Those arms were so invasive. Watch the block rise into the air and then at its peak, snapping on the ball at the perfect time.
Now gets the serve. Back set, Abercrombie with a bullet. Brittany Abercrombie straight down to the deck. That swing. 4 digs as well. Set point. Goodpard digs off the tip from Courtney Lush. Now Courtney Schwann. Megan Courtney Lush. Orlando's big block in the first set punctuates a strong showing for a team looking to get back on track, 25-17. 2-time national champion at Penn State, Megan Courtney Lush, targets Vanderwada. That's a blast from Schwann in front.
You're going to see Lindsay Vanderwada get targeted on serve receive because you've got Shannon Scully, who's really clean on the pass, and Courtney Schwann back there. So you've got to go after Vanderwada, but a beautiful pass, way to take care of it, and then a nice solid swing.
There it is from Tomcom. Able to wreak havoc in the first set with short serves, but Orlando seems to adjust Abercrombie with the scoring play.
You have her as an outlet.
Nice serve by Schwann. Leao on the gap set.
Leao has been on. I was coming into this matchup really looking forward to her blocking, to see her on defense, but she has burst onto the scene on the right side, and then Courtney Lush is a tried and true outside.
Kaz Brown takes that serve receive. She's had to a few different times. Tomcom the pancake. Good part, puts it back over. And so one tie setter makes a great play, and the other one is even better. Shampoo with the kill.
Shampoo so sneaky, so deceptive with that shot. Good situational awareness. She herself is a threat. Blocker a little late to jump. Defense wasn't expecting it.
Right side, digging right side there. Abercrombie digging Raypoch. And Vanderweyde is sent back.
That's a block that was set and pressed all at the right time. Beautifully done. Leao getting there, closing, and Raypoch set that block up at the perfect position.
Brittany Abercrombie going short again. Serve. Kind of just drop that in there. That, of course, in professional ranks, you cannot serve as the libero. That's the traditional way this sport is played. The NCAA does a little bit differently. Isabella Raypoch. She's been heating up a little bit as this match goes along. Now 6 kills, 17 swings.
Performance incredible. Look at that high snap. Doesn't even follow through the ball. Just has to snap in the pace.
Kaz Brown calling for the one. And some prolonged contact with the ball. We were having that conversation pre-match with Landry Homeshire, the R1.
Yeah, they're going to be a little bit more liberal.
It is now 5 for 9 with no errors. Oh, timing was off. Did not matter. Kaylee Cox to the floor.
Timing was off. That pass was a little off the net. Tomcom having to get there, get her hips around the ball, get her feet underneath it. I think that set was just a little off the net, but she found a way. Sometimes it's not about the power, it's about the placement.
Leao, another big block.
That set for Lindsay Vanderweyde purposely inside. They were running a route with Vanderweyde inside, but the block was all over it.
Rivera from Puerto Rico. Played collegiately at both Louisville and Penn State. Big swing from Lewis. Better save by Klicka. Too tight right there. And Natalie Foster knew what to do. A lot of twists and turns to come. 22-16. Effective serve again, short at Kaz Brown. We've seen a whole lot of that. Megan Courtney Lush locks it up for Morgan Lewis.
Morgan Lewis brings physicality to that opposite position. Big rip on the ball. She's got a whole lot of strength and power behind that swing, and their decision to put her on that opposite position.
Janice Leao, despite Columbus being down, has continued to perform.
She's been a bright spot for this Columbus Fury team. Really dependable. She's in the air every single chance she gets too, and that's a sign of a good middle attacker. If you're up, you're an option every single transition play or side out.
7 for 11, and that missed serve will do it for the second set. Columbus, it's a victory to get out of that without a further run from Natalie Foster. Shampoo flicks it to Schwann. Pancake Courtney Lush. That one was up. Tomcom to transition in transition to Kaylee Cox. Now Scully leaves it up for Schwann and gets a piece of the net and scrapes it on the way down to the court. Probably 10 aces this season. Float serve handled pretty easily. And Abby Walker, briefly taken out for Ramelsburg, throws that one down.
And it all starts with the pass. Megan Courtney Lush really stabilizing week in and week out.
Okay, just drops right in for Kaylee Cox. The short serves have been the flavor of the day.
The Fury is going to need a lot more of that if they're going to keep chipping away at this lead, but really effective short serves. They understand the game plan really well.
Second ace for Columbus as a team. They only have 3 service serves. Solo block out Abercrombie, her first hitting error of the night, and it was Walker on the solo.
Good discipline by Walker, very technically sound block, waiting, tracking, good eye sequence, and then up and over the net in this match.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I wonder if that's almost a sign as Foster converts on the overpass. Is that a sign that Columbus has needed to be a little bit more aggressive, which she will here. Overpass. Another big-time serve from Foster. Easy point for Schwann. Another huge serve, and the 5th ace of the night for Foster.
What's crazy about this serve, too, is usually with a serve like that, it's high risk, high reward. But with Natalie Foster, she's so consistent with it, it's more just high reward without a ton of risk for error.
There it is again, her 6th. This is as good as it gets behind the service line. Natalie Foster, 6 aces in a match.
Watch the movement, watch where she contacts it, and then how it dips deep serve.
That's a clean pancake by Lewis. And Columbus finally sides out, but Natalie Foster effectively shut the door on this match. It was previously a 6-0 run. They got 5 in a row on Foster's serve, and that is too much. Abercrombie burying that ball underground.
Watch this play, watch this route. It's absolutely insane, and it completely tricked the block. Watch Kaz Brown go right behind the setter. The block, both of them, is jumping with Kaz Brown, and then that opens up a no-blocker situation for Brittany Abercrombie. Insane and so well executed.
Abercrombie up to 19 kills with 2 errors on 29 swings, over 500. And even though Columbus wins that one, I think Amy Pauley has seen enough.
6 before that error. Those numbers are insane for an opposite.
Another serve receive by Kaz Brown. She has touched the ball in serve receive as much as you'll ever see from the middle in this game. Shampoo to Schwann. Plays that one herself. Read by Kaylee Cox. On the push there. Walker. And the shot is out. Columbus with the point. And although the differential is still there, Amy Pauley back set for Brown, and Orlando just going to town. They've been in system enough, and when they are, Abercrombie, Brown, and everyone else 5 winning, breaking Orlando's winning streak record from earlier in the season. That was a dispiriting loss, but what a response now for Orlando with a chance to clinch a postseason berth. Here's Shampoo to Foster. She can do it in the front row as well. All those aces, but gets on the board once again as an attacker.
Because Natalie Foster contacts that ball so high, she creates so many angles for herself, and she's able to avoid the block and hit it straight down.
And she is 8 for 9. That's a short serve by Kaz Brown. Seen a couple of those from her as much as she has been targeted. And Foster again, 9 for 10. Just keep the counter going for Orlando. These numbers, got to credit the crowd on hand here. A fun environment in Columbus, but Orlando just too good. Lindsay Vanderweyde to the floor, and Orlando is going to Vegas. They have clinched a postseason berth.
That was all around domination from Orlando.